Everybody, Scott travels for 9. Warmer day in Boston today. I mean, heat wave at 48. Wow. Wow. uh, Interesting stuff in the news. Where should we go? Of course, we should start with our favorite Carnival, Carnival, Carnival. Carnival announced that November 15th is a cruise with John Heald, the brand ambassador. So everyone, run right now, and book your 6-day Eastern Caribbean cruise on board the Norwegian, the Carnival. I can barely hold it together. On the Carnival cruise ship out of Miami, you'll get $100 onboard credit, and so and me agree with John if you want. Apparently, the best part probably is the reduced credit, the reduced payment, and not having to pay for it until August, and then the onboard credit. I mean, that's what you really look at it for. Otherwise, why some people have worked at Dollywood theme park for all 40 years? Because people said they just love the job, they've been treated well, treated with respect, given the opportunity to move and grow at Dollywood, and of course, meeting Dolly herself every year, and her having a great life from that. So it's interesting to hear that people like working at Dollywood and been there for 40 years. Juneau, Alaska has approved the development of the 5th cruise ship dock. They were the ones who were fighting tooth and nail to limit how many cruise ships can be there in a day. And don't get me wrong, they already have 5 on some days of the week. They were just tendering in and coming up to the dock and coming out on a little boat, which is just hell. But the agreement comes with the fact that there's no more tendering from ships. Shore power has to be installed at every berth that a cruise ship is at, and they have to plug in, or they're not going to be allowed there. And that should be hooked up between the 26th and 27th season. 2 or 3 of the 2 first, and then the other 3 later. Wow, they were committed. Hey, you can come, but you have to plug in. You have to turn off. You can't, tender anymore because those little ships, run on diesel. And wow. Oh, this is a big one. Speaking of running on diesel, Viking. It will be the first hydrogen-powered ship, and they have 2 on order. Wow, that's a zero emission, or just water coming out of the smokestacks. This should be out by 27 and 31. 2027, 2031. They're a 54,000-ton ship, 500 staterooms, and 998 people will be able to be on the smaller ships. Doesn't say if it's a river boat ship or Oceania ship. Oceanas. Viking do have a few ocean ships, like the old Norwegian ships they've refurbed and are cruising in the Caribbean with. So, never say never. But that sounds like an ocean ship. We'll have to see. Follow up on that. I had no pictures on it, just the article of it looks weird or what it will look like. And of course everyone's just still talking about Universal going there, seeing the previews. A lot of people were upset they were walked in groups of 10 to 15, and they walked from roller coaster to roller coaster. They're like, can't we stop there for a minute and look at the restaurant and see if the menu's up yet, or what's that shop look like, or what's that over there? Those are shopping. Those are exits to the rides, and shopping will be put in there. And it's like, wow, they were upset they couldn't see what that will look like. A lot of pictures of the Harry Potter France in 1920, those have been interesting. It's funny they not a lot of people are bringing up monsters, so it makes you wonder that Universal's pushing it and no one else is caring. They're talking about Dragon and Toothless there, and everyone's thrilled about that, and Super Mario and Donkey Kong thrilled about that, but doesn't seem to be a lot of monsters. They talk about it and then they go on to how they just rave about everything else. So it's been interesting to see it for myself and hear it and without any other news. So.